Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ashley and this is my Stitching Corner. And today we are going to be going through my WIP parade from this year. So showing you all the WIPs that I've worked on, showing you like before and after type things, and showing you all my new starts and going through my 2024 WIP Go plans. I did not decide to do WIP Go until yesterday, so I made up a little WIP Go board on Canva, and I'm hoping to get through that this coming year because I really, next year is definitely a year that I want to accomplish a lot. And if you saw my 2024 fake plans video, you'll know that I do plan on finishing like 11 projects next year. So this year I've had 11 new starts, so I'm trying to make up for those new starts, right? I've had, so the 11 new starts, 2 finishes. So I actually have nine new starts that aren't finished, 2 UFOs, and a total active WIPs of 21. So the 2 projects that I did UFO are my Hedgehogs by Riolis and my Roses by Creative Accents. They're just projects that I no longer have any interest in, and so at some point in the future they will be available to you guys to take if you decide to have interest in them. But that might come in the new year, so we'll see about that. So I do have a lot to show you guys because I worked on a bunch of projects this year, obviously with the 21 WIPs. And the 2 finishes that I had was my duo, my Hummingbird duo by Dimensions, and my my spring version of Welcome All Seasons by Lizzie Kate, which is the umbrella part there. I did finish that, and that is what that looks like now. I'm sorry I don't have the real thing to show you guys because it's in storage somewhere and I honestly don't know where I put it. So those are my 2 finishes for this year. And of course I start a video and I think the dog needs to go outside. She's gonna start up. I don't know if she's fussing because she wants in the room with me or if she's fussing because she likes to go outside. If she rings the doorbell, she needs to go pee. Of course. I'll be right back. Pets and children. Larry's outside with her right now, so you'll probably hear her bring her back in. I'm not gonna bother cutting that out because I'm gonna have enough editing to do with this video. And we're in the middle like of a huge windstorm at the moment, so that's fun. So hopefully the power doesn't go out while I'm trying to film this, because that would suck. I could still be like talking with you guys and filming a video, but I would be in the dark, so you wouldn't see anything. So let's get started with the WIPs that I started this year, or with the projects that I started this year. Well, they're WIPs now, but they were new starts this year. So the first one that I have is my Mini Cunning by Sherry Gearhart in Heaven and Earth Designs. And there's bad glare. And that's where I got to on that one this year. So not too far, but solid effort for the beginning of the year. And I made this leafy on needle minder myself, and so this is being stitched on a 25 count easy count Lugana 1/1. And I was doing the Royal Rose method with this at first, and then I just started tying in my these threads. That happens to me a lot. I start one method and then I'm like, I'm tired of all the hanging threads, and then I have to like get rid of the hanging threads, and then yeah, anyway. But I really love this project, and it is on slate to be finished next year. And I do have it twice on my WIP Go board, which now I've tried to film this so many times I can't remember if I showed it to you guys. I know I've showed it, but I can't remember if it's been this video or the other 3 that I tried to film. So bear with me. If I've showed it to you already and I'm showing it to you again now, I'm really sorry. I'm just confused. But this is my WIP Go board, and that I made in Canva, and then this is my list of projects that are on the board and numbers there. So my mini Cunning is on my WIP Go board twice because it is slated for a finish for next year. So I have it on for a page finish, and I also have it on for 5,000 stitches. So hopefully, I mean, it'd be really funny if both of those came out in the same month, and I could be like, oh, I can do that 2 in 1. Anyway, yeah, so it's on my WIP Go board twice just because it is a bigger project and it is planned to be finished next year. So hopefully I can do that. And the other thing that I'm doing next year is in Dizzy Stitcher's Facebook group. I think it's Sue that set this up. And she's the one that made the event last year as well. If it's not Sue, I apologize. I'll correct myself when I edit. She did the travel across the coast of Australia in stitches a couple of years ago, and now we're doing travel New Zealand. So I'm going to attempt to do that next year too. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. And I mean, I'm in the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group as well, so there's always challenges going on there. And like, I don't know with all these different challenges if I'll be able to actually finish this project or not, but I'm gonna try really hard. So yeah, the dogs are barking at random things. Okay. Hopefully she settles down. Okay, so that's that one. And then another new start that I did this year is Wolf, which is a Dimensions Gold Collections Petites. And I just had a little start on this guy this year, and that's all I got done. And this is another project that is being planned for finish next year because it's small. And he is on my list for 500 stitches when he comes up for WIP Go. That's all going to depend on whether or not I've told him I've finished him before that number gets called, but we'll see. If he is finished by chance before that number's called, then I'm just going to do 500 stitches on something else. Because that's just like the simplest thing to do is leave the goal but change projects. So it might just be another one of my Dimensions kits or something, or whatever that can get the work. The next new start that I have from this year is my Dandy Duo project. And this I started at the beginning of the year with Duo MTL on Twitch. Him and his community were all stitching this together, and that is how far I got on that. This design was created by Pick Stitch and Cup of Joe, who are also on Twitch. Pick Stitch is a designer, and I do believe he has his own shop and stuff like that, so I will make sure I link that below. But do be warned that he is more of like a video game cross-stitch designer, so he video game themed things usually. But again, I'll put all that information down below for you guys so that you guys can see that. So this was a chart that was only available to his community, so if you want it, you'll have to follow him on Discord, or find him on Discord and join his Discord server and get the pattern. But if you're not part of the community, it's almost like pointless. I don't know. Anyway, That was being stitched on 14 count white Ada with DMC, the code for DMC. And I've had a lot of fun with that. And it's also a WIP Go project for 2,000 stitches next year and a finish. So hopefully next year I can get it done. But if not, at least I'll put work on it. The next one is a kit that I was able to get from a thrift store, luckily. This is a Lenart kit, and it's the Marjolaine Baston's Four Seasons, which I picked up and started thanks to Calico Whimsy. She has done this one before and has done a few of Marjolaine's other designs, and so I kind of fell in love with this one. I saw it, and I had a very small start on this year as well. This year was a year of many starts and not a lot of progress, but that's where I am on this one. And this is just being stitched on the even weave, or whichever that came with the kit. And the threads are also the threads from the kit, which I think are just DMC. So my WIP Go goal for this one for next year is to just finish the bench. But I would like to see more progress on this. I actually kind of really want to stitch the bunnies. They're so cute. Look at them. Look at them. They're so cute. Bunnies. Who doesn't love bunnies? Oh, look at the little mouse with his apples. Oh, such a cute little design. I love it. Little. It's not little. It's huge. You should see the size of this fabric. Hang on a second. Let me unveil this giant beast. Like, this is as big as the heaven and earth. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, hoping to get some more progress on that next year. And this is not on my list of finishes. It just isn't. There's no way this is gonna finish next year. I mean, I could surprise myself, never say never, but I highly doubt next year it will be finished. Got some more hot chocolate. Lori went to Tim Hortons for me before I started my video. Alrighty, the next one that I started this year is another Heaven and Earth Designs. And this one is Strength by Jeff Haney. And that's this chart here. Apologize for the glare. So I really love this one. This one I am stitching 2/1 tent stitch on a 25 count easy count Lagona. And that's all I have started with my crazy threads everywhere. And the Zero House needle minder I made myself. I thought there was a needle on here. I guess there isn't. So yeah, this is just being stitched in 10 stitch, which I am loving. And this is a very big project as well. So my WIP Go goal for this one is 2,000 stitches. And I'm counting half, obviously, since I'm doing this in half stitches. The 2,000 half stitches is what it's going to be. So I'm not going to say like 2,000 stitches, but actually 4,000 because they're only half stitches. No, it's going to be 2,000 half stitches, which is fine. But yeah, I really love that chart, and I'm hoping to get a lot more work done on it next year as well. But we'll see. What else did I start this year? This guy. Another new start for this year was another Gold Collections from Dimension, and it's the Guardian, which I did receive as a lovely gift from my friend Maria. So thank you, Maria. I love him. Love them, I guess, because there's two. He's sneaky, that one. But this design, I'm in love with it. And there is a lot of half stitch on this as well, which in the trees in the background is mostly half stitch. So it should be, you know, like my Silent Flight. Once you get away from the focal point, the rest becomes fairly easy to stitch. So I only got a small start on this one this year, and I did a top left-hand corner start, and that is what I did. It's a very small start, but a start nonetheless, and I'm really excited to get back into this one next year. This one is, of course, kit fabric, kit floss, and it is 1,000 stitches on this, and it could be full cross, half cross, whichever, just 1,000 little squares filled in on this one. And I just have to put everything back because I do not want a giant mess to clean up when I'm finished. Okay, let's see what else I have that I started this year. Another Dimensions kit. Another gold collection. Now this one is a retired kit. You can't get it anymore. This is Magnificent Wizard. But I do think there's still a couple copies of this on eBay. I think I've still seen it available there if you're interested. And I think they're still available for like a half decent price. Like they're not like outrageously priced or anything. So you should still be able to find this if you're looking. So I did a fair amount on this year. I'm pretty impressed. That's where I got to on this one. And I apologize for the see-throughness of the black there. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll just do this. There we go. So, not the last time, but like at the very beginning of this year when I did like my WIP parade, I had started this at the beginning of the year. This was my new start for the year. And I had only finished this little part. So since I started him at the beginning of the year, I finished all of this. And there's a little bit of black there, it was hard to see. So not a crazy amount done on him this year, but some. And so for him, for WIP Go next year, he is going to be, gotta find him here, 1,000 stitches. So again, full cross, half cross, whichever I can get. And now thankfully he is not a full coverage design, so that is a blessing. There's a lot of black in the background that's not filled in at all. Another one that I started this year. Nope, she was last year. That actually might be, oh nope, not this one. I think that's it for new starts. I think I only have one. She was started in December of last year. I think that was started last year. Okay, so my only other new start, and I can't, it's 11, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, we're good. I have to make sure my math's right here. So the last new start that I did this year was my Glendon Please Sleepy Hollow. I love this design so much. I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do when I first started it, but my God, do I love it. So this is being stitched on a 16 count Ada in Phantom from Picture This Plus with the called for DMC, and I am planning on getting the Karen Water Lilies that they call for the moon. I am gonna get those. I was debating about whether I was just gonna do it in DMC, but I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and order the Karen Water Lilies, but that's where I got to on that this year, which is okay. It's not a crazy start, but I love it. And I just love this fabric. What this is to die for, this fabric. It's to die for. So I'm loving that one. And this one is going for, where are you? I'm hoping to finish the border next year. So all this craziness next year. We'll see. Well, no, not only the border. The border is the WIP goal. The whole project is the main goal for the year. I want to actually like 100% finish this sucker. Hopefully before before Halloween. Because I'd love to be able to hang it in my house for Halloween next year. And this is such an awkward bag for this kit. Okay, so those are my finishes, or my new starts from this year. So that's a fair amount of new projects. And like I said, my goal is to finish 11 or 12 tomorrow, next year. Today's been a day, people, I tell you. When you try to film a video like 5 times, and anyway, yeah, I have a lot of lofty goals for next year, but I'm trying to be gentle on myself for WIP Go, because I want to be able to make, most of these are like fairly manageable goals. Like, I'm not sending myself crazy by being like, finish this page and do like 5,000 stitches, and like, I just can't. Okay, we're gonna carry on now with the rest of my WIPs that have seen progress this year. Holy hell, is English hard. Wording is hard. Adulting is hard. Anyway, this is a Dimensions Gold collection. This is Japanese Garden. And of course I will have hopefully posted where I was at the beginning of the year with this project. And this is where I'm at now. So, a fair amount, I suppose. And I did create that jack needle minder by myself. But yeah, that tree is definitely new, and some flowers are new. I think a little bit of the bridge is new this year. So, yeah, not too bad, actually. I'm really hoping to get a lot more done on this next year, because it really is like probably the most gorgeous Dimensions kit that I own. And I really love it, and I would love to be hanging right here. This one is 500 stitches for a WIP Go goal next year. And again, most of these goals are going to count half stitches as full stitches, just because the nature of these projects, that's just the way they are. So whatever I can get done, I will get done. The next one is another gold collection by Dimensions. You see a theme here, people? I love Dimensions. However, their newer kits just aren't speaking to me as much as the older ones. Since they changed owners and things, not too many are being like, oh my god, I have to have that. Yeah, just sad, because Dimensions is great. But this is Aurora Cabin, which is oddly enough also available from Loops and Threads, which is the Michaels brand. It's almost exactly the same image, except it's like cropped more this way, and there's like a fire and some snowshoes or something in this corner, I think. So that's interesting. So yeah, if you can't get it from Dimensions, maybe Loops and Threads would be the way to go. I've never bought any of the Loops and Threads kits. I don't really know what they're like. As far as quality is concerned, but they are kitted up very similarly to Dimensions, so I don't know. And I did not work on this much this year, but this is where I am now. So I just kind of worked in this area here, and I really apologize for the folds in my projects, because I don't iron anything before I film. So yeah, just a little bit in that corner there. And yeah, so this one for WIP Go is 500 stitches as well. And I'm hoping, I hinted at my family that I wanted one, but hopefully I can get a stitch counter for Christmas. That'll make this counting stitches a hell of a lot easier. Right? I used to just tally them on a piece of paper, but a stitch counter to put on like your finger or whatever would be so much easier. Okay, and the next WIP that I worked on this year, which really didn't get that much work either, was my Aphrodite Mermaid by Mirabilia. And she is my only Mirabilia that I have going right now. I have finished a few Nora Corbetts, the Bewitching Pixies, of course, and I did also Sea Flora. But this is my first actual like Mirabilia chart, so the larger scale. She did not see a lot of work this year at all. And I do believe this is being stitched on Raindrops by Pole Stitches, because it looks to be about the same fabric that my Fairy of the Rainbow is being stitched on, and that's exactly what she's being stitched on. So I think this is the same fabric, which is a 28 count. And I think this is new, and some of the skin up there is new. So that's all that got done this year, which isn't much. She is 500 stitches as well for next year. And she's being stitched with everything that's called for. Well, except I've substituted the Cunning for Petite Treasure Braid, I'm pretty sure. Yep, I did, because all the Petite Treasure Braid is, it's in here. So, yeah, made substitutions there. Alright, the next one that I have is my Peacock Band Sampler by Northern Expressions Needleworks, and this is the cross stitch only version, and I also converted mine just to DMC. I am not doing the silks, and this is being stitched on an 18 count white Aida, 2/1. And that is where I am on this one. So this year I literally pretty much only, I'm pretty sure, did this, which is not a lot. This is probably one of the more simpler projects that I have that could be easily finished. But I am just, I don't know, I never think of this project and I never pull it out. So hopefully with WIP and everything next year, I can get some decent progress on that. And I did make that needle miter myself. And this one is on for finishing bands 2 and 3. That's one of my WIP goals, and then the other one is to finish the 4th banner. So I have 4 banners started, 1 finished. So the goal next year is to finish the other 3 that I have started, minus the beads, of course, because beading all comes till the end. The next project that I have for you guys is another Heaven and Earth Designs. And it is my Max Color Tiger Family in the Jungle by Jan Patrick Krasny. And that's this beautiful one here. Full of detail. Last you guys saw, I had finished the first page. And now you're gonna have to excuse the park threads because they are going to be everywhere. This is where I am on that now. So I have worked a little bit in the next 2 columns here and started filling that in and getting rid of my parked threads. But this year I did finish the page. I worked this way, I worked this way, I worked down to the tiger. So this project just had a little bit of all over the place going on it, but I'm loving it. I love the detail. I just wish I had gotten more done this year, but for those of you that don't know, this project is a memorial piece for my father who passed away a year ago tomorrow. So sometimes this project can be a bit emotional to work on, and yeah, so and another needle minder that I made myself, and this is being stitched 1/1 on a 28 count easy count Lagana. And if you like this project and you haven't yet, check out Darren, the Dizzy Stitcher. He is stitching this as well, and his is so much farther than mine, and it's amazing. It's amazing. And that one also for WIP Go, I believe, is on here. You know what? It's not. It's not on my WIP Go board. So I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I mentioned this. Again, this video has been filmed like 10 times, so I don't know what I've said now and what I've said the other times I tried to film. But I am doing this travel across New Zealand in stitches and Dizzy Stitchers Facebook group. So I think I'm mostly going to use Tiger Family for that. Just because why the hell not? Alright, the next one is a project that I have been focusing on very heavily for the last several days, because I'm really aiming to get her finished by the new year, and if not the new year, very shortly after the new year. I was going to work on Silent Flight for like a really long time, but then I kind of was like, you know how it is. Anyways, I started working on her, and I'm loving her again, and this is Canadian Beauty by Joan Elliott. And right now I'm working in this crazy area there. But I do so love her now. Like before I was like, I love her, I hate her, I love her, I hate her. And just, so you guys will see quite a difference since the last I showed you. And she's will have had quite a bit of progress this year. And that is where she is now. So since my last video, I gave her her other eye, her lips. I filled in the black and the feathers in her hair. I've added some more flowers and Cunning backstitching here. I've backstitched the bottom part of her wing. I've added all the backstitching from her neck, down her arms, down the side of her dress. I have also added a bunch of stitches in here, and there is some gold Cunning there as well. So I am working hard on her. I really want to get her done. I really want to get her sent off to Ontario to her new home. So yeah, pray for me that I can get her done soon. Because I'm now really enjoying her a lot. So, all right. The next one is, and like I said, her WIP Go goal is just literally to finish her. The next one is my Silent Flight by Dimensions Gold Collection. This is my gift for Larry this year. You'll be seeing where I was at the beginning of the year, and this is where I am now. So I've stitched a lot on the eagle, on his wing. Well, I say a lot, but not really a lot. I've stitched some. So hoping that next year I can get him finished as well. So he is a plan for a finish, but for WIP Go, his WIP Go spot is 1,000 stitches and half stitches counting there. So I really want to get this done, hopefully by April, but I don't know. Life is strange and difficult at times, so plans change, you know? Alright, the next one that I have is my Hummingbirds and Rhododendrons by Custom Crafts. And I do believe this was a start last year, not this year. I could be wrong about that, and if I am wrong about it, well then you're going to be seeing a before and after. But I'm pretty sure I started this last year when I was still living with my mother-in-law, but I could be wrong. And this is being stitched on an 18 count Fiddler's Aida, 2/1 with the called for DMC. And that's where I am on that one. So this year, literally just this little bit and this bit has been stitched. And if I did start this earlier this year, then I guess maybe more than that's been done. But yeah, really liking this one. My goal for this is, I think, to finish the bird, this hummingbird here, to finish it and to finish the flowers that I had started here. And that's to like backstitch them and everything. Because this one I'm trying to do the back stitching as I go, because there's a lot of back stitching on this one. So, and on those projects where there's a lot of back stitch, I find it just easier to back stitch as you go than to wait till the very end to do it, because then it just becomes really overwhelming and hard to do. So, all right, the next one, which was a start from last year, is my Sailor Jupiter figure by Abby Sue Designs on Etsy. And I did not get very far on her this year, but I did get somewhere, so it's better than nothing. And she is a plan to finish next year. But if she gets called before I manage to finish her, she is to get, oh, her goal literally for WIP Go is to just finish her, so I guess then it's just to finish, which would be awesome. Because I think if I really worked on her for a couple days, I could just peg her out, and that would be a very quick and easy goal to get done for next year, so we'll see. Alright, the next one, this did not get any work this year, however, it is a goal for next year to get done, so I'll show her anyways, and that is my Gold Collection Petites Elegant Geisha. And that's where I am on her. So, goal to get finished. Not really part of the WIP parade because she didn't get it work done this year, but she was in my collection, so I figured I'd show her anyway. She should be easy to finish too. So that's WIP Go goal to finish. Another one. Now this one's not on my WIP Go at all next year. Will I work on it next year? Maybe. Will I? Actually, I don't know. But this is my Giant Epic Pokemon by Lord Lebadan from Sprite Stitch. These charts are still available and easy to get. And that's where I am on that. So this did see progress this year, just not a whole lot. And the Valor Needle Minder I made myself. And this is being stitched on an 18 count white Aida, 2/1 with the called for DMC. So yeah, I'd really like to see more progress on this next year, but who really knows? Maybe this could be my travel across, I'm so used to saying the coast of Australia, traveling across New Zealand project, because this would be a little easier with there being like bulk stitching in this, so maybe, we'll see. So yeah, again, no WIP Go goal on that one. No real definitive goal on that one. Just work on it. Okay, we got 3 more. The next one that I have is my Nightmare Before Christmas style by Story Stitches. And this is being stitched on a 28 count in Meyer from Picture This Plus. And that's where I got to this year, so not too far, but extra progress. And my goal for WIP Go next year is to finish all the blocks. So I'm gonna put my ass in gear and I'm gonna do it. Because I really love this one, and I would again love to see this one on my walls for Christmas or for Halloween next year. Because yeah, this is actually slated for a complete finish next year, but for WIP Go's sake, I'm gonna do all the characters. We'll see. We got just 2 more left, and then we're pretty much done. The next one I have is my Riolis Blue Jays Kit, which was a sale that I did with a few girls year before last, I think, during COVID, pretty sure. And last year's WIP go was to finish one bird, which I actually did, which I'm really proud of myself. This is, like I said, it's a goal to finish this entire project, but my WIP go goal for when the number gets called is to finish the other bird. So this saw quite a bit of progress this year, and I'm really impressed with that. So WIP go goal to finish the bird, but hoping to finish the whole project next year. And this is being stitched with the everything from the kit. And then I'll talk to you guys after I'm finished with this about my new start that I'm actually planning next year with a friend of mine. It'll be my new year, new start. And the next one and last one that I have for you guys today is Fairy of the Rainbow by Joan Elliott. She was on WIP go board this year, and it was to work on her for 10 days, I think, and I did do that. She didn't see a lot of progress, but she did see progress. And this is, again, being stitched on that 28 count raindrops from Pole Stitches. Raindrops or Crystal Skies. It might actually be Crystal Skies. So that's probably what this is, and that's probably what my Aphrodite Mermaid is being stitched on. I think it's actually Crystal Skies and not the called for, but this is where she is now this year. So I did a little bit. And for next year's WIP go, she is 500 stitches. So hopefully we can accomplish that. And next year for working on, once I finish my Canadian Beauty, she will be like the only Heaven and Earth. Today has just been a hard day. She'll be the only Joan Elliott that I work on until she's finished. I have several other Joan Elliott's. I have 2 others started, I think, that still need to work on them, but they're in storage right now. So, and that's where they're going to stay for the foreseeable future. I'm just trying to get through some of the things that I have going now, and then next year, like after next year, so 2025, I'll start pulling things out of storage and working on them. So that's it for my WIP parade for this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm going to again attempt WIP go next year. I'm going to be brave and I'm going to hopefully actually finish it. But my free space for that is a new start or a new kit as a reward or whatever. So I will show you guys what I plan on. Show you guys what I'm planning. Oh, there she is. Hang on. So next year, my friend Maria and I are going to do a new start together, and that is going to be Julia, the Firefly Princess from Bella Filipina Designs. And there she is. So she's gorgeous. Oh. So she's gorgeous, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to stitch her on that fabric or not. Maybe. Because she seems to really pop off of that, so we'll see. But yeah, my reward is to like buy supplies for her and all that and kit her up and start her next year. So far, she's the only real planned start that I have. Everything else is just going to be kind of, will I start it, won't I start it kind of thing. And don't tell Larry, but I do have some other small Christmas projects that I plan to start between now and Christmas. I think from Shannon Christine Designs. She's been posting some little minis on her Facebook group for Christmas, and she said she was planning on doing like 12 leading up to Christmas, so that'd be like really cool. I kind of want to start some of them. I'm not supposed to, but I want to. They're so cute. So yeah, we'll see about that. But that's totally it for my WIP parade for this year. I know it's not like the hour-plus long ones that some people have, but I've only had the 21 WIPs this year, so it is what it is. But 45 minutes is still longer than what I usually film for, so that's all right. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today and seeing all the progress that I've made this year, because I am really kind of proud of myself despite everything that's gone on this year, like moving house and all that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a pretty productive year, I think. So again, I really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and watching. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, and you'll be able to see more videos like this in the future, especially like my finish with me's, and I'm hoping to get back on doing stitch with me's again shortly. So if those are your cup of tea, definitely follow along and you'll see more. So again, guys, until I guess the new year, because I don't think I'm going to film another update until the new year. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season and get to spend lots of time with loved ones and family, and you get plenty of stitching time and relaxation. So thanks, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.